Good day, dear friends. I'm Dr. Oscar and I'm here right now in my office on Isla Mujeres, Mexico. And well, some of my patients asked me to talk about dermafillers. And let's start. It's important to know this. There are two types of dermafillers. There are the permanent fillers and the non-permanent fillers, or the non-absorbable ones and the absorbable ones. I'm gonna say this very simple. Avoid any permanent fillers, and I'm gonna tell you why. There is no safe product approved by the FDA or any health commission talking about dermal permanent fillers, because that kind of products are made from maybe silicone or made from another thing that we call metacrilated, that is like a hard plastic. Some other people inject oil, baby oil or oil or cooking oil or different substances to give volume to some places in the body, the face, or even the butt, for example. Please avoid all that kind of fillers. Maybe you can find somewhere that someone have a very nice syringe and they say that it's a permanent filler, and maybe you say, well, it's contained in a syringe, so there is a medical product. But no, there is no permanent filler approved by the FDA or other commissions. So please avoid that. There is a scam. There is something that can make a reaction in the future in your body. On that moment, that is going to look very good, but after 5, 10, or even 20 years, that you can have a reaction against the product, and your body is going to try to reject that product, and it's going to make some bumpy areas that we call granulomas. That tissue is going to start to grow and grow and grow, and it's going to make your face look awful, and with that big bumps in the face. That's why you see some people that have that big lips or that big cheekbones after a filler, but maybe after some years. So please avoid any permanent filler again. Well, let's talk about now from the non-permanent fillers. The most common one is hyaluronic acid. You can find collagen fillers, for example, or you can find polylactic acid fillers, or there are different fillers, but the hyaluronic acid filler is the most common one in the market. It's the most used in the world by doctors. And I'm going to tell you what. We normally produce hyaluronic acid on the skin. The function of hyaluronic acid is to retain water. So all the surrounding tissue that have hyaluronic acid is going to attract that water, and it's going to keep hydrated, and the skin, for example, is going to look more moisturized. With the aging process, we start to lose that production, or even the hyaluronic acid is not of the best quality. So we use this kind of product to improve or to restore that hyaluronic acid that we need. For example, we use normally the hyaluronic acid fillers to give back or to restore volumes in some areas of the face. I have this fold here that we call nasolabial folds, and I have a lack of volume of this area. For example, we can use it for that. If we have a fold, we put that filler under that fold, and that is gonna push up the skin, and it's gonna look more smooth. So it's gonna improve the appearance of that fold. The molecules of hyaluronic acid are containing in some kind of gel, that medical grade gel. So that's why we can give volume with these products. There are different densities of the hyaluronic acid fillers. Some fillers are more dense, so that's the ones that we use for cheekbones or for chin, for example. Some medium ones, we use it for these lines, for example, or these lines that we call marionette lines. And another ones we use it for the fold that we have here. For example, I have a lack of volume on this area. Yes, I know I need a lot of fillers now. So we have that we call the theater throat here, that we have a lack of volume. We can restore that volume there, and that's gonna look your eyes more rested, and that's gonna help with the dark circles, for example. That is another density, and there is another hyaluronic acid just to apply it in all the face, to give that moisturize back to your skin. Well, there is different brands in the market, of course. I recommend you to work with the best ones in the market. For example, I work with Juvederm. In my experience, Juvederm for me is one of the best fillers in the world right now. There is another brands like, I don't know, Wrestling can be, or TOCL or Belotero that you can use. For me right now, Juvederm is the best one in the market, is the one that I use, and is the one that I have better results, and is the one that lasts longer. How much or how long can last a filler? A filler can last between 8 months to up to a year, or the one that is the more dense one, that one that used for cheekbones or the chin, can last up to 2 years. It depends on the brand. That's why I recommend you, for example, premium brands like Juvederm. This is Juvederm. Well, you see right now this on a mirror image because I'm making the selfie video, but it's Juvederm. Juvederm it's made from the same laboratory as Botox, so it's a very famous laboratory. It's a very safe laboratory. It's a laboratory with a lot of experience, and they're making this right now in France. So it's a high quality or a premium quality product that, of course, I use for you because I want to give you the best. Again, I can tell you that we can use the Juvederm for cheekbones, for example. Why cheekbones? Why we want to restore the volume of cheekbones? We have some fat pads under the skin. For example, we have this fat pad that we call the nasolabial fat pad. And this fat pad used to be right over my cheekbone, okay? When I was younger, I had more volume on my cheekbone. That fat pad start to move. Some of the fat pad gets thinner. Some of the fat pads move from their place. And all these fat move with the gravity and the aging process. And that's why we have these folds. So sometimes that's why it's recommended to start working with the cheekbones, because if we work here, that is going to contain all the weight of the tissue. And that's better sometimes instead going directly to the nasolabial folds. But that's some techniques that we use, and we have to make a correct evaluation of the patient. And that's why I recommended to go with someone that have experience with the products. I have some training that it's called MD codes that we have from Allergan, from the laboratory. They invite us, so some doctors in Mexico, to take this training and the codes with Dr. Mauricio Di Maio. He's one of the best doctors that use fillers in the world, so we have that training. So I really recommend you to go with someone with experience. You can have very nice result with this. You can recover that youth or that youthful appearance in your face. We can attack that aging signs, like the nasolabial folds, like the marionette lines, like the lines around the lip that we call barcode lines. We can give back volume to your lips. We can make a more sexier lips. We can work with the area around the eyes to improve the lines and make you look more rested. So there is different uses that we can make with the fillers. If you have any other question, or if you want more information about this, please let me know. The good thing about the fillers, for example, is you're gonna see the results immediately after the treatment. So, and it's gonna improve during the next weeks, because the product is gonna take water, it's gonna improve even more. So please, if you want more information about this, please just let me know. And it's gonna be a pleasure for me to give you all that info back. So anything you need, just let me know. Have a great day, and please visit us on Isla Mujeres is Paradise. So I hope to see you here. Take care and have a great day.